I guess I could just start by saying that I haven't had a whole lot of love for myself throughout my entire life. I've just had just a lack of confidence and just different things that have hindered me in almost every facet of my life. And I allowed myself through just time and bad decision making to get into a bad relationship that I felt dependent on. I became very codependent on the wrong person, and as a result, just found myself afraid to leave it. I got extremely overweight. I'm only 5'9". I got up to almost 250 pounds. I'm 167 now or something. But, the thing is I had, read up on, I've always read up on just the universal laws and the power of intention and things like this. And wasn't sure if I could buy into it or not until I started to try it. But I needed guidance, and I had heard good things about Dr. Pran, and I came. And we did a few meditations as well as this acupuncture treatment and things. After a few meditations, I started to, in fact, in the very first meditation we did together, he kind of directed me to step outside of myself and see myself how, in a way that I didn't like myself, in a way that I did. And I don't know really how to vocalize this or verbalize it as well, but within a small amount of time of practicing this meditation on my own at home, and some of the things that I saw, desires I had for myself, and the first thing that happened to me is I started to realize that I was worthy of happiness, and I was worthy of loving myself. And when that took place, more joy started to come into my existence. And when that happened, this thing started to snowball. Things started to change. I desired to get up. I was worthy of taking care of myself, eating right. I started dropping weight very quickly in a healthy way. I was no longer in a relationship anymore. I took myself out of a relationship that was not right for me, that was hindering me from being happy and from loving myself. And with practice and continued meditation, I started desiring things for myself, and just picturing that in my life and seeing that I was worthy of it. And as that happened, some of these things started manifesting, and I'm a totally different person. Within a year and a half, I've dropped 70 pounds, and I'm with a wonderful person now, a partner that I intend to spend the rest of my life with. I have a daughter due in September, and I'm happy, and my business is doing better.
When Michael came in, he was very earnest in his capacity to go right to the root of the issue, which we see a willingness to love oneself, a place of sincerity, a place of capacity, a place of engagement.
I think for me, the big turnaround thing that I kind of live by now is the belief that I am not living in the universe is living in me. Wow. And I think with that knowledge and that enlightenment, anything you want is possible. And, I also feel that, service is a good thing. And I think that when you're the type of person who wants to give back in whatever small or large way you can, that you're even more worthy of having what you want. And for me, all I want is really just a healthy, happy existence.
It's interesting that Michael allows us to gain a measure of his excitement and enthusiasm, that he is willing to share from this sense of spaciousness and grace. And from this place of grace and spaciousness, he begins to see a new way. And in that vision of life begins to understand where his sights are set. And once a person decides where their sights are set, nothing could stand in their way. So now the defect becomes the doorway.